Hello and welcome to the weekly vmcampos Comic Book Club. I'm your host, vmcampos. This is the podcast where I answer, what am I reading this week? This week I've got Blossoms 666, number 1, from Archie Horror. The latest entry into the Archie Horror pantheon is Blossoms 666. Now, I missed the boat and I picked up second printing of this issue. Previous entries have been Afterlife with Archie, Chilling Adventures of Sabrina, Jughead the Hunger, Vampironica, and now Blossoms 666. So here's a synopsis. Cheryl and Jason Blossom are a pair of seemingly normal kids in Riverdale. They're wealthy, popular, and likable, but they also harbor a deep secret. One of the Blossom twins is the Antichrist. Both want the title, and no one in Riverdale is safe. There's several covers, and I got the Francesco Francavilla cover. The second print one is colored differently from the first. The creative team is story by Colin Bunn, art by Laura Braga, lettering by Jack Morelli, and coloring by Matt Herms. First of all, Braga's art is beautiful. She gives a realism to the characters, which is really nice, but yet with cartoony aspects that I enjoy. The bright red hair color of Cheryl and Jason really stands out. It really focuses them on every page that they're on, as they interact with the various characters in the Archie universe. Well, by now it's the Archie multiverse, isn't it? There's just so many versions of these characters. Braga has an excellent sense of anatomy, of setting up scenes. Panel layout is great. There are close-ups to focus on expressions, wider shots like in this dark ritual that's happening. You really get a sense of it all. At the pool party, you really feel there's a lot of action, youthful energy. There's a great close-up of half of Cheryl's face contrasted later with a close-up of half of Jason's face. They are twins after all, so they have perhaps many of the similar ambitions, thought processes. The art is just really, really good. Braga does an excellent job. The story by Bunn is very moody. The very first panels, for example, seem to show a morgue or an operating room. Probably a morgue with lots of blood. What is the meaning of that? Throughout the whole series, there's an uneasiness to it. There's some bullying by Reggie against Dilton. How will that resolve? Jughead didn't do his homework, which causes a little fib to happen. Jason to the rescue, but now there might be a debt to be repaid. So the wheels are turning for the Blossom twins, and it's revealed pretty early on. The name of the comic, the back cover synopsis, one of them is the Antichrist. There's a whole subculture of demonic worship in this version of Riverdale. Their parents again are part of a dark ritual. Let our blood nourish you, let our flesh become your flesh. This is really far from the days of old Archie. And again, this was established a few years ago with Afterlife with Archie, and it's just exploded into so many versions of this like dark Archie universe, the Archie horror universe. And that continues to be enjoyable. Now, what does it say about us that these books sell very well, but they're a darker aspect of America's favorite teenager? So with great art and a very dark story unfolding, I think Blossom 666 is a great series. Bunn, Braga, Herms, and Morelli are putting together something deliciously demented. So this week I read Blossom 666, number 1, from Archie Comics. This has been the weekly VM Campos Comic Book Club, and I'll see you next week.